Welcome to the Backpacking Podcast, brought to you by Outdoor Vitals, makers of Performance First Ultralight Gear. I'm John Kelly. That's Jeremiah Stringer. We are so glad to be here today with you on Halloween. Jeremiah, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great, man. I love your costume. It's a a Cleveland Browns jersey. He's got a box on his head that on the forehead just says "Y" in big letters with a question mark, and then the eyes cut out, dude.
It's my life, man. I had to cut a slit for the mouth so you could actually hear me through the microphone.
Yeah, how's the coffee taste through that thing? Oh, it looks delicious.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work. I'm gonna have to take this thing off, but yeah.
Dude, we had I don't know how he could hear me. I guess he's got his headphones on under the box.
Oh yeah, the headphones are on under the box. The headphones are definitely on under the box.
Unfortunately, whenever UK played Tennessee in football last week, I saw people wearing those kind of outfits, man. I saw a bag over the head. It's embarrassing.
Oh man, it's so bad right now. Like, it's just so bad. Our best player, Myles Garrett, had 5 sacks, broke a franchise record, and he couldn't even like celebrate because we played so bad. He slammed his helmet on the ground and was furious the whole game, and he just broke a Cleveland Browns record. He also became the fastest player in NFL history to hit. He's got more sacks than anybody under the age of 30. Can you believe that stuff? And we suck. We're terrible.
I can see from your outfit. There's always next season, buddy.
You know, it's funny you say that. In fantasy football, the name of my team is There's Always Next Year.
It's so fitting.
It's fitting. It's fitting. Okay, I'm going to get this thing off so I can actually like drink some coffee and chat for a little bit.
Yeah, people listen to this episode. They're like, what? The sound quality really went down since the last episode. John's been talking through that box.
There we go. There we go. Now we're back to normal a little bit. Okay, there we go.
Let me say a quick word from Outdoor Vitals, and I'll tell you about my costume. We'll look at a couple pictures, too. Look at that. Coffee makes me poop. Yep. Yes. I love the mug. Love the mug. I was going to say thank you, OutdoorVitals.com, for sponsoring this episode, and I'll tell you all, they have some amazing deals coming up. If you're looking for some gear, the backpacking season is upon us. So we have a link you can click through and be the first one to know whenever these deals are on the way. Huge Black Friday sale coming up. Don't have the dates for you yet. They haven't been released, but if you want to be the first one to know, click through that link. And also the Vantage Alpine jacket. That thing has, in the last week, has been my go-to jacket because the weather has turned here in Kentucky, and it is freezing. It's like 43 degrees yesterday is the high. It was terrible.
It's not quite freezing, but considering it was like 90 degrees 3 weeks ago, it feels like freezing, that's for sure.
Yeah, big turd. So I've actually broken out that jacket, the Vantage Alpine jacket, and if you all want to save $50 on the jacket, we have an exclusive link. So check the description, and you can click both or either of those links, OutdoorVitals.com. Huge shout out to them.
Yeah, thank you, Outdoor Vitals. Thank you for being an awesome sponsor. Jeremiah, we got some folks in here just saying hi right now. Suga Canadensis, woot woot. Go East Hiking says, hey. Sean R is in here saying hello. And when he saw the thing on my head, he goes, is he from LMFAO?
Great band.
Great band.
Are they still together? I don't know.
I highly doubt it. They had 2 songs.
Yeah, the old 2-hit wonder.
They weren't a 1-hit wonder. They were a 2-hit wonder. So, yeah. So anyways, we got a question real quick. Any thoughts on the Pursuit Fleece hoodie from OV? I don't yet because I don't have it yet.
Yeah, my thoughts are I've had COVID since last week.
Oh,
I finally have. And I was supposed to send over my preferences on sizes and colors. Little secret here. I haven't told Outdoor Vitals yet that I've had COVID, and that's why I missed my self-induced deadline of sending over so I could try out that fleece. But I'm excited to put it on and break it out for these winter months up to come, because I try to get out every Black Friday to do a backpacking trip. It's kind of like my little reward to hike off all those calories after just engorging myself over Thanksgiving. So I'd love to give it by then so that I could break it out for that trip, because it's going to be cold end of November, man.
Oh yeah, and we're not even when it really gets cold is when we get halfway through January, and we get into that January, February, into the first week of March kind of time. That's when the stuff gets cold, man.
I'll tell you the biggest way that I know that that's when the coldest months are here is my electric bill. It shows like the bar graph, and it's like, oh, not too expensive, not too expensive. And then like January and February, it's like, oh, double the price. And you're like, yeah,
right.
That checks out. That checks out. Oh, I forgot to say my costume, dude. Could you put the 0.5 image, that the funny looking one that I sent you up? Look at that. It's a little bit hard to see, but I have a black wig on, my red beard, big red beard still, didn't spray it. I've done that in the past. I got to tell you, I cannot endorse it.
What is the bar with the what is that?
That is my barbell, dude. You can't see the other side. You'll be able to see it.
It's a balloon on the end.
Hey, man, people are listening to this episode. They wouldn't have known that it's a balloon. That's a barbell. Yeah, can you show the other picture?
I'm telling you, that's one heck of a barbell. Yeah, let me get these off of here so they can see it.
So these are my work friends. That's a few people that are in the department that I work with, math department at my school, and I am the strong weightlifting bodybuilder guy in the circus, like the stereotypical one. I got a weight belt, I got my barbell, my shorts, my tank top, and this big flowing black wig.
Okay, and can I tell you what I thought you were?
Oh no,
because I had no clue that was a barbell. I had no clue that was a barbell. You know what it looked like to me? It looked like somebody who was getting ready to try out for American Gladiators. And that was like the pugil stick where they knock each other off of the thing. Yeah,
you're like, why does he have a big black Q-tip?
It's a guy who's got really dirty ears. Man, I had no clue what that was a barbell. I apologize. I didn't pick up on that one. So my bad.
Has your kids been saying 6'7" all the time? Are they old enough for that yet?
6'7"? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's what's on. It's 67 kilograms. I put 6'7".
Okay, so we're doing math. We're doing math the other day, and my daughter, she's counting. She goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I was like, "Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now?"
Well, I think the parents are single-handedly killing the old 6'7" meme, and by the time Halloween's over, that'll be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, I'm
pretty sure.
You're getting some love here, man. Goey's Hiking says 40 degrees Fahrenheit. That's t-shirt weather. My goldfish drown says math teachers are dorks.
Well, you didn't see the other departments how they did. The office was there were spices and condiments. The special ed team last year were all the Toy Story figures. We go all out, man. All the kids dressed up. We had a good day.
You were also called, oh, wait a second, that wasn't it. It switched on me here. A really masculine Jesse Murph.
Jesse Murph. Who's Jesse Murph?
I don't know. I want to find out.
Yeah, let me give him a quick Google. It's
what
probably probably one of the most handsome people to ever live, if I had to guess. American singer and songwriter. It's a chick. What the heck? What the heck? 21-year-old chick.
Oh, thank you, Chicken Little Trex. Man, we needed that. That was great. Yeah. This is Jesse Murph right here. This is Jesse Murph.
Yeah, and if you're listening, you can watch on YouTube or on Spotify. If you want to see the video version of any of these episodes, you can get a real taste of these.
You're a really masculine Jesse Murph. It's the black hair. It's the black hair.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
yeah, and the red beard. That's
Yeah, well, she definitely has a red beard. That's for sure. Um,
I
hey,
like
we got
that
this.
the Wild One song. That's a good one.
Oh, yeah, it is. So, okay, we got something to talk about today because it is Halloween. So
Yeah.
I think we should stick with the theme of Halloween just at least here for a little bit. I know we'll get off it because we're never good at staying on topic, but you sent this article, and I want to throw this up on the screen because I think this is fantastic. It's 11 Halloween costumes hikers will actually find scary. And so when you sent this to me, I was like, oh, I've got to read this. I've got to read this. And yeah, it did not disappoint. Real quick, we got a couple. It was definitely the black hair, according to Chicken Little Trex. And Rachel Jean, the Gypsy Queen, she goes, I thought you were a Powerpuff Girl.
Oh my gosh. Well, actually, that checks out too. I remember the Powerpuff Girls.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yep. All right, so let's go through these. The very first, I'm going to read the definitions too, because this is from Backpacker Magazine. The first one is the heel blister. That's the costume. All blisters are bad, but a full-width heel blister, angry, throbbing, and rub against the back of your shoe with every step, is the hiking god's way of punishing backpackers for the hubris of believing we can ignore a hot spot and get away with it. Dress up in a foot costume and type a large red balloon to the bottom.
You want a quick long trail story about the old heel blister?
It wouldn't be the backpacking podcast if we didn't have one.
Oh man, I'm still riding on this long trail here.
Here we go. Take a sip, everybody.
We had this guy named Birdie, and his real name's Nick, but Birdie's way cooler. He'd get up early. He was the early bird, and so for short, we started calling him Birdie. And he had no idea anything about backpacking. Actually, Caveman the year prior had done the Appalachian Trail, the whole thing. And then he asked Birdie if he wanted to go on it. And Birdie, just to paint a picture, big mustache, right? He's a stereotypical stoner type. He's got the long hair. He's got a big mustache. He carries a guitar with him everywhere, just sits and plays. He roams from here to there. I think he's got a little more purpose now. He's starting to grow up a little bit more, but he's floating here to there, and all he cares about is his music. And he's really, really good at playing guitar and singing too, but very alternative. Well, he bought these just, hiking boots to take with him on the long trail with Caveman, borrowed some gear. Here he is out there, no underquilt. He was in a hammock. He got a sleeping pad, and he's sleeping on the sleeping pad. But for the heel blister, dude, when I ran into him, he had the nastiest heel blister I've ever seen. It's the kind where it's like layers deep into the back of your heel, and it's like literally starting to eat away. And luckily, we had Nurse with us, and all of our group kind of formed our little trail family. And Nurse Ratchet is what she went by. Her real name's Nancy, but of course, Nurse Ratchet's way cooler from One Flew. And she ended up cleaning it up, putting her magic salve on there.
Magic
taping
what?
him all up. Magic salve.
Salve?
No, salve. You must be from somewhere else. Is this more linguistic racism?
This is I think, do you call it salmon?
Salmonella?
No, salmon, like the fish. Do you call it salmon or salmon?
Oh, I call it salmon.
Okay, so it's salve.
Oh, it's salve, I think is how I say it.
Yeah, I know. I'm just giving you a hard time, man.
I know. It's good. It's good. But yeah, dude, luckily she was with us. And then every day we were sleeping at the same shelters together. So this would have taken him off the trail, dude. We were only a week or so in. Actually only probably like 4 or 5 days in. And she cleaned it up for him and checked on it every day and would rebandage it every morning for him. And she saved him from leaving the trail, because heel blisters, dude, that's just not any blister. Those are nasty, nasty, nasty. I can definitely see why they put it on the list there.
Well, I'm going to this is going to gross some people out, so I'm just going to go ahead and warn you in advance. This may gross you out, but I'm going to show you something here. This was, see if I can get this blister so you can see. These were my feet on the Sheltowee. That was a huge blister. just under my front toes. There's the heel blister.
Oh, that's nasty,
Do you see
dude.
that?
We should have told everybody, skip ahead like 5 minutes in the episode if they don't want to see this.
That right there. That was
Go back and pause on it.
That was very real.
Yeah, let's see that. Let me see that big old nasty heel blister.
Let me okay, it's coming back. Are you ready for this?
See if we can make somebody throw up in the comments here.
That's it right there.
Oh, yeah, dude. That is disgusting. And it's to the right side. You must have had a lot of rubbing over there on the right side. And
honestly, man, I'm going to be honest with you. That was the last time I ever wore Ultras hiking. They're the only hiking shoes I've ever used that have blistered my feet like that.
Huh.
And the way they fit my feet, I can't get them to tighten up enough not to rub. It was pretty good. Oh, look at this. Chicken Little Treks. I'm taking screenshots for selling.
Oh, no. People are going to sell our... What is it with us and these foot photography we got going on?
I'll tell you what. If anybody wants to buy that one, they got a problem. Backpacking with Buckley's on here. What's up, Buckley? It's good to see you, buddy. So, yeah, man. So you had a story to tell about. I'll just show you. It was nasty.
I'm glad I didn't have pictures, dude. Disgusting. Yeah. Starting to get infected. Yeah, it's bad.
All right. Got the next one. Are you ready for this next one? So we talked about the heel blister. We talked about the heel blister. Well, now we've got the Appalachian Trail Shelter Rodent. Few hikers will have their food bags swiped by bears, but many more will experience the lesser horror of waking up in a shelter to find a hole in their pack and their trail mix scattered across the floor like confetti alongside a heaping helping of mouse or chipmunk poop. Pay homage to the trail's true greatest menace by putting on a rodent costume of your choice, waiting until your roommates or children are asleep, and then eating any candy they left within your reach.
That's my plan tonight, man. Our son's 15 months old.
He can't eat any of it. You're one of those parents that you're taking your kid trick-or-treating because you think they'll look cute in a costume and you want all the candy.
Bro, you nailed it. I could not have said it better myself.
Trust me, we've all done it. We have all done it.
I'm not going to get very many of these. You can steal all your kids' candy. I've already gotten one. I got lucky. He's born in July, so this is the second Halloween, and now, next year he's probably going to want to eat all that candy.
Oh yeah, he'll be 2. He's going to want it, and he'll let you know it.
Yeah, what's the strategy, John? How do I trick him into as a experienced father of 2, who's already lived through multiple Halloweens with each of their kids, not only individually with the first one, but also together. How do you just as a parent, you're like, I know they don't like these, so let's just sort that out. What's the strategy?
Well, we found out that if our kids eat too much candy, they get sick. Like they really do. Like it's sick at the stomach. It's bad. But if we limit them to 1 or 2 pieces a day. Oh, wait, my son's telling me something. Bye, buddy. They're going to their friend's house. I told them to wave at me and let me know when they were leaving. So, anyways, I kind of have a thing where they get 1 or 2 pieces of candy a day after Halloween, and I have a dad tax. And it's a very well-established, well-known dad tax. And the kids, my son will actually go, here's your dad tax, and hand me a piece of candy. So, yeah.
I love it.
It's they each get 2, and I get 1 from each of them, which means I get 2. And my wife gets 1 from each of them, so everybody gets 2. It's just a good trade-off. We all just share that way,
Okay, so I got to ingrain it in early, this dad tax.
Oh, dad tax is important. Dad tax is important. Yeah, don't void the dad tax. It's very important.
And
Chicken Little Treks right here. My kids are 6 and 8, and I still get a dad tax.
Yeah, y'all got it figured out on that one. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah,
I love the necessary. Tax. Right now. Tonight, I'm going to charge 100% dad tax.
And I think
I might give him just a little nibble. By the way, on the shelter, going back to the Halloween costumes here, the rodents in the shelter, dude. I guess you get desensitized to it a little bit if you stay in the shelters and you get mice crawling on you and waking you up. But it still gives me the icky feeling. Because you're thinking these mice are living here around this shelter because there's food, because there's people coming in and out. So they crawl across you. and I can't remember, it might have been a guest that we had on here actually not too long ago, was telling us, oh, I remember now.
They leave
It was
space on their
Metro.
pad for them to crawl behind them.
Yeah, Metro's the one saying
Yep.
this. A little pro hack brought to you by Metro on the Move and Chris Oconee. They both done the Appalachian Trail this year. Can't remember what episode we interviewed them, but if you Google Backpacking Podcast, Metro on the Move, it'll pop up.
Yeah.
They said leave a little gap between your pad and the shelter wall so that the mice have a route to run. Because you got to think they're leaving poop and pee everywhere that they're going. So if they're crawling across your pad, you really don't want to
face
or your face. You don't want that stuff getting in your mouth, right? So leave a little space in between. That's a good idea. And also a scary costume. Disgusting.
I think it's disgusting. All right, next one. The lazy bear hang. While it's not as secure as a canister and not allowed everywhere, a good bear hang 10 feet from the trunk and 15 feet from the ground can go a long way toward keeping your smellables out of reach of hungry Bruins. This is not that. Dress up in brown pants and a green fuzzy top. Tie a length of paracord around the top of your trick-or-treat bag or purse. Sling it over your shoulder and lower it until it's just above your knees. For extra effect, pin a stuffed bear to your pant leg.
This is a ridiculous thing to have I was going to ask you, actually, I don't know if you've seen it yet or not. Mr. Backpacking with Jason, sir, brought it to the YouTube meetup earlier this month. He has this new bear sack that's not an earth sack. It's a different brand.
I've seen it. Yeah.
So I told him, I don't think I can buy stock in this, bro. I was like, if I'm hanging this up, even though a bear's not getting through it, I'm pretty sure it's going to smash every bit of food I have in there. So what good is it going to do? If I'm 2 days deep, in the woods and I got to hike out and the whole time I'm eating smashed food just to get out of there, that doesn't sound like a great experience. I get that it's claw proof, bite proof and everything, but it's going to ruin my food.
Oh, and you're going to have nasty, smelly bear saliva all over it. And I mean, think about it. Yeah. It's really not pleasant.
I hear that bears eat salmon. So
salmon.
You definitely don't want you don't want that raw salmon.
We'll rub some salve on it.
Yeah.
All right, the next one. This one's for you, Jeremiah. This one's all for you. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, hit me with it.
Guy blasting music on Bluetooth speaker. Playing music out loud on the trail instead of using headphones is a controversial practice, and like many controversies, one side is right and the other is wrong. From the moments the first notes of whatever SoundCloud rapper or jam band bootleg Bluetooth speaker guy is listening to washes over them to the second it disappears into the distance, he is any reasonable hiker's arch nemesis. Dress up as one of history's greatest villains by putting on a pair of basketball shorts, knock off Ray-Bans, taking off your shirt, and parading around the neighborhood blasting the worst tunes you can think of right out of your JBL.
Hold on a second. Who wrote this article? Let me
go. the writer was actually somebody we had on the show with us. So
Adam. Yeah, the editor-in-chief. What the heck, bro? You don't like people blaring Bluetooth speaker music as they're walking down the trail? No, I get it, dude. I have seen so many people now. They got the tiny little Bluetooth speaker, and they like put it right here in a clip. He's talking about something else. He's being a bit hyperbolic. I get it. Those people are annoying that are just blaring the music. But I'm perfectly fine if you want the tiny little speaker, and I get it. There is an argument for it. My argument for it is you don't want headphones in. And other people are like, well, buy those. Have you tried those? They call them bone conduction,
yeah,
I think.
I haven't tried them, but I know what you're talking about.
I've tried them, and I got to say, not my favorite. And also, people can still hear from those headphones. I mean, not as good, but it's not like a JBL speaker, but
oh yeah,
if you're standing next to somebody and they got one of those cranked, you can still hear it. It's not like there's no sound pollution.
Right.
But I get it. I'm with him there on the JBL and all that.
Well, and Adam Roy is the editor-in-chief for Backpacker Magazine, and he's just a good writer, man. He's a very good writer. So, okay, let's go to the next one. This one I think we can all agree we would hate tremendously, and that is the pop-up thunderstorm. Everyone who's hiked in the mountains for long enough knows the dread of hearing thunder rumble off in the distance when you're above tree line. Put on a gray sweatshirt over black pants and stuff it full of rags or pillows, then wield a lightning bolt threateningly at anyone who isn't paying attention.
These are actually scary, bro. We were in Colorado at like 11,000, 12,000 foot, and it's noon, and one of those storms roll in, and you're like, oh gosh, help me set up this tarp before we get hailed on. You literally have hail falling as you're setting this up, and you see the clouds rolling in, the lightning starting to strike, and you're like, I got nowhere to go. That right there is a legit scary
yes, it is. I remember on Kilimanjaro, 16,000 feet. There is no like quick get out. There is no tree line near you anywhere.
Yeah, where you go?
There is no tree line. Just don't die. But you would see from a distance, you could see the rain off in the distance. We were lucky enough and fortunate enough that it never actually hit us, but we saw rain, like massive storms going away from us. We got rained on a lot while we were up on the mountain, but we never had to worry about storms, thank the Lord, because it would have been bad, really bad. Stone Ape Adventures is in here, by the way.
Oh, what up? Hey, Yins. Yeah. You seem to have a knack for avoiding these thunderstorms. I know you told a few weeks ago a story on here that you all literally made it back to the car as is about to downpour.
I'm gonna tell you
I don't know how you do it.
I only have a knack for it because we're bringing up our old hikes, but Sheltowee Trace, first 4 days on the south end of the Sheltowee Trace, all thunderstorms the whole time. It never stopped for 4 straight days. We had to take high water routes because we couldn't hike over certain sections of the trail. We had like my tent the first night, everything inside was wet because we had hiked and it was hot and it started raining. And so the condensation on the inside was so warm and it was so cold with the rain that every time the rain hit the tent, the condensation would drip down and it would rain on me inside the tent. So there was nothing. It was those first 4 days made me so weather aware. It's ridiculous. So yeah, I'm hardcore about, like, I don't want to be out in thunderstorms. Now that doesn't mean I haven't been out in them since, but I got a pretty good record for avoiding them as much as possible. So
isn't that crazy? Like, the trail christening you is you got baptism by fire, by rain. Like, well,
it was baptism by water. That's for sure.
yeah. Okay. You got some good comments? You want to go to the next one?
I'm looking over here. Not right now, not yet. I'm sure we're gonna get some here in a second because the next one is a great one. This is the Widowmaker. This is the rare costume that's both scary and educational. Hikers have close calls with the Widowmakers. Dead trees that drop branches or just straight up topple over tents, camp chairs, and sometimes unlucky backpackers every year. Save a life by putting on a tree costume and looming menacingly over anyone who stands close to you.
Scary stuff, man. What we've told on here before about having Rue McKendrick on, and he shared with us he had a Widowmaker fall and knock him unconscious for like 16 hours, and he woke up and he's literally just like wrapped up in his hammock laying on the ground. You could
with a tree on top of him.
Tree on top of him, and if it was cold out, hypothermia could kill you.
Oh yeah,
you just there and not waking up, dude. I mean, he got lucky on that one. Widowmakers, dude.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I remember hiking in the Smokies with my buddy Josh, and it had rained all day, and we were up on this like really cool campsite, but we hear crack, crack, and probably 50 feet from us on the other side of the creek, we see this massive tree just fall. And I mean, it took out everything in its wake. Like everything within 50 feet of it was taken out. It was wild watching it because normally you see trees where trees have fallen, but rarely are you actually in the woods when those massive trees fall. And we were there and watched one of them go down, and it scared the ever-loving crap out of us. So
yeah, you don't realize how much force is behind those things until you witness it with your own eyes.
Well, a tree that weighs a few thousand pounds falling can do some damage.
Yeah. Just wipe out everything in its path. Taking out other trees, it'll kill you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, not funny story. That's actually the wrong way to put this. I actually had a cousin who was a lumberjack, and he died in an accident with logging, where a tree literally fell and killed him. So, It's
You're
very
right.
real. It's not to mess around with. So don't be a widowmaker. Don't dress up like that this year. That's not nice. Okay, this is a good one. This is a good one because I think this could be every backpacker who's been out a lot. We'll put it that way. The tent stake you forgot at home. Not everyone likes going out on Halloween, and you know what? That's just fine. Introverts can get into the holiday spirit by buying or making a pencil costume, painting it entirely red, and laying on their couch the entire night while everyone else wonders where they are.
Yeah. I'm not too worried about the tent stakes though, because I've forgotten all of them before.
Oh, yeah.
And I have now come up with a system where it's a lot harder to forget them, just the way that I pack my gear and what I put with, like what I pair together. So I try to be strategic. But if you forget your tent stakes and you got a knife, especially if it's not one of those little wimpy knives, you know how like if you're going really ultralight, some people bring like a 3D printed little. How long is a razor blade? Like a couple inches, right? So
Right.
they'll bring the 3D printed razor blade holder, and so you can pop it out and flip it around, and then you only have the razor blade and the 3D printed thing, and you're like, how do I cut anything with this? If you got one of those little wimpy knives, that don't work. But if you have like an actual knife, even just a regular pocket knife, you can make yourself, depending on the terrain, of course, but where I
Yeah.
live, there's trees everywhere. So you can make
Yeah.
yourself as many stakes as you want. It's not a huge deal to me.
Yeah, it's not hard to find some down sticks and stuff and make make steaks. And for
Yeah.
that matter, you could find some rocks and you could create a way to keep your tent down also with that. I mean, there's multiple ways. Or you could just get a hammock and if it doesn't rain, who cares? So you don't need any stakes.
That's true. That's very true.
So, all right, here's the next one. Poison ivy. You're never too old for a group costume. Recruit 2 friends, make leaf costumes out of foam board, and wear them over a brown shirt and a pair of leggings. Wherever you and your squad go, make sure you stick together in a tight group.
Yep. Poison ivy, dude. I thought that I was immune to poison ivy. And then over the last few years, doing more landscaping work outside, which is stupid. I hate landscaping work. So I'm trying to make no landscaping around my house, basically. Yeah, it's getting me. I don't really get it in the woods that often, though.
I don't know that I've ever gotten it backpacking. I've got it when I've done yard work or when I've done work at a friend's farm or something, but I don't think I've ever gotten poison ivy hiking. Now that I've said that, I probably will this year, but
Yeah,
you know,
you're first.
I've never gotten it.
Let me ask you about this and let us know in the comments if you have any experience with this or if you think it's a good idea. Yeah, look at that. Suga says hammock for the win, baby.
Hammock for the win.
Tell me if y'all have had any experience with this. And John, I want your opinion on it too. Back when I was doing like a weekly YouTube video, you get a bunch of random stuff, right? Like there's always people contacting you. Hey, will you make a video about this? Blah, blah, blah. And sometimes they just send you random stuff. So one person reached out and it's like, hey, I'm starting this company or I have this company. And what we do is make this, it was almost like soap, but it's for poison ivy or poison oak. And it neutralizes whatever, I guess, the chemical agent is that it produces. Yeah, whatever it is in the oil that irritates your skin and causes a reaction, it neutralizes that. But I read the instructions and I never used it because my problem with it is you have to use it like within 15, 20 minutes of contact with the poison ivy. And usually I'm like out working in the yard and I don't even know I got into poison ivy. I realize that's my fault, but then it's too late. And I find out a couple days later, I got into poison ivy. And at that point, the damage is done. So besides me, like just, I guess, being more vigilant, which would prevent the whole thing in the first place.
Right.
What can I do or what use is this stuff? And y'all in the comments, what's the defense for it? I mean, I don't know.
I know I've got some different things that I use. Like if I know I've been working, I was in it, when I get home, I'll take a shower and I use this stuff specifically that gets rid of that oil. I looked it up. It's called urushiol. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But it's an oil that's found in the stems and roots of the plant. And but you can wash that off, but you have to have certain things to do it. Like you can't just use soap. Soap a lot of times just moves it around. It doesn't always get it cleaned off.
Yeah, you'll sometimes like try to wash it off and then touch your face, and then now you got it like over here under your eye. And you're
Right?
like, what? Was I wiping sweat off? What? And in actuality, you're spreading it on yourself. I think that
It's
happens
so
from
bad.
time to time.
Well, this is interesting. I heard Dawn dish soap will get rid of the oil.
Well, that might be propaganda, CLT. I see them advertised with ducks. Does it really take the oil off those little ducks from the oil spills?
I mean,
think
it's what
that's
they used. It's actually what they used.
Okay, I didn't know if that's Dawn propaganda or not.
No, I mean, they actually, like, that was a big deal for like 20 years after that happened. It was the big oil spill that was up in Alaska, right? The Keystone. Is that it?
I don't know. 20 years ago, I was in middle school and didn't care about these little ducks.
Yeah. 20 years ago, I was still an adult and had been for a long time. Anyways, okay, let's go to the next one. The false summit. All of us have had, this is awful. All of us have had the experience of trudging up the final agonizing steps to the top of a mountain, only to look up and realize with growing horror that there's more to go. Bring that horror to Halloween by making a papier-mâché mountain costume and shouting, "Surprise, I'm a false summit. Keep on walking, buddy," at anyone unlucky enough to ask what you are.
That's hilarious, bro. Can you imagine? What a great costume idea if you were like through hiking.
Oh, yeah.
And, that is fantastic. And it'd be really funny if people are asking you, get to yell it at them.
No,
Yeah,
man. Now, how many
I
false
love
summits have you dealt with?
Oh my God. Can you even count them? My goodness. All of them, probably.
Yeah.
It wasn't as bad on the Camino, honestly. Wasn't a ton of false summits. It seems like the East Coast hiking is where I get it the most, man. You're like, I mean, it's all in the name, right? It's false summit. You get up there and you're like, it
Yeah.
can't keep going up. And guess
Well,
what?
you look up and you think, oh, I've got to get to there. And you think you've gotten there, but you don't realize, no, you've still got more to go. And I remember even in Alabama, which isn't like super high elevation by any stretch of the imagination, I remember up on Chiaha Mountain in Alabama, going up that mountain and looking up going, wait, there's more? It's like you get to a certain point and you just kind of, and it can be a real bummer, like on your hike if you're not feeling it that day.
It'll defeat you, man.
Oh, yeah.
It chew you up and spit you out, and you're like, I mean, in all actuality, it's only sometimes like another couple 100 feet up, but it just defeats you, dude. Because
Sometimes it's like 50 feet. Sometimes it's not even 200. Sometimes it's just like 50 feet up, but it's like, man, I thought I was there already.
Yeah. Your expectation meeting reality, it's sometimes will jar you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, so Rachel Jean said, I'm definitely going to be the lazy bear hang next year.
I love it. That'd be a good one.
That's funny. All right, we got one more of these. And this is the best one of them all. And this is the one that I think if you haven't experienced this, just if you tent camp at all, you are going to experience it at some point. It's going to happen. And that is the leaking sleeping pad. If there's anything that backpackers lose sleep over, it's leaking sleeping pads. This costume is both easy and, as an upcycling project, good for the earth. Grab a busted inflatable pad, dress in matching colors, and pin the defunct mattress to your clothing. For extra effect, slouch more and more as the night goes on.
Slouch more and more. He is a good rider.
Yeah, he is. He is.
He's a good rider.
Man, have you ever had a leaking pad before?
I've had a leaking pad. Yes, the cheapy pads. Some of them, like, it doesn't come with a patch kit, and so you get out there and you're like, God, I gotta blow this up every hour and a half.
Yeah.
That's if you're lucky. If you're unlucky, it don't re-inflate, or you gotta blow it up every 20, 30 minutes. You're just like, worst night of sleep ever.
Yeah, well, so I, back in 2018, bought a Big Agnes pad that was like this. It was like the new big pad that everybody wanted. I think it was the Axle or something like that. But this pad only weighed like 10 ounces. It was a 10-ounce pad. And I remember I got it, took a couple little short trips on it, then got on an actual trail with it, and it leaked in 3 spots. Three different spots. What's that?
Was it on the seams?
Yeah, it was a quilted style pad, and in a bunch of the little quilts, it leaked. And so I found out we had to go to a hotel
It was during a very 4 days of raining constantly that we talked about earlier. We were at a hotel, and I just stuck it in the bathtub, and 3 different spots bubbles started coming out of it. Couldn't believe it. That's when I went to the Nemo Tensor. It was back in 2018.
Well, the more seams in there, if it's not done well or if it needs to be recalled, that is a terrible leak spot because it's tough to pat, especially on the side, like the seam coming apart. And you're just like, well, I'm going to have to send this pad back and get a new one. The regular leaks. Let me ask you this. How much would you use a pad, or would you want to like send it back or get a new one if you had a couple of patches on it that were just traditional patches? We're talking something's poked a hole in it. You put the patch on it that comes with it, and it feels solid, and you sleep on it and it doesn't deflate. How much are you trusting that? Would you do a whole AT through hike?
No.
Okay. How fast is
so I'm one of these people. Here's the thing about me. I'm quick to trust you at first, but once you lose my trust, it's really hard to get it back. And that goes for sleeping pads. I didn't even wait, because the next day we went into town because both of our phones had been destroyed by all the rain. We had a bunch of gear that was just malfunction. We had just had issues. It was one of those, like, every possible thing it could have gone wrong had gone wrong. I also ended up getting Giardia like 2 days after that. I mean, I'm telling you, that was my first big backpacking trip. So if you can imagine me still doing it after that. But yeah, so we ended up going to Lexington and hitting up J&H, which is an outfitter up here. And sure enough, the guy, I'm talking to him, and he goes, listen, I asked him, do you have any Thermarests? And he goes, I'm gonna save you. I said, what are you gonna save me from? He goes, the guys who are out there right now, this is what they're all starting to turn to. And he pulled out a Nemo Tensor. And he goes, trust me, take this, keep it. It's still behind me right now. That thing is now 8 years old, 6 years old, 7 years old, whatever it is. And 7 years old. And it's still in fantastic shape. I would let anybody borrow it and use it and not worry about it one bit. That Big Agnes was awful. It's funny, I said that about the Big Agnes, and Chicken Little Trek says, rumor has it, Big Agnes hasn't built anything ultralight since.
Yeah, probably not. And that Nemo Tensor, that's what I took to the meetup for night 1 of tent camping with my wife. Yeah, that's a good pad. I wonder what the latest and greatest is. Like, if you got your finger on the pulse of sleeping pads, because some people are super plugged into that, especially like YouTubers that try all kinds of tenting gear. They're always out tenting. They have a million sleeping pads. I wonder what the latest and greatest, what the main.
I'm probably a year or two behind on all that stuff, so I don't know if I'd be the guy for that one. I will say this though, Suga Canadensis brings up a good point. My hammock underquilt doesn't leak. Just saying.
He's got the right idea.
Just saying. I know, ever since I do have one tent that I love. I've got my Durston X Mid Pro. Love that thing. That thing is fantastic, and I don't even look at other tents now. Like, that's the tent I use all the time. Big fan of it. Honestly, I also really like the Outdoor Vitals tents. I'm not saying that because they're a sponsor. I'm saying because I believe the Fortius, like, as much as I love the Durston, if I know there's going to be high winds and I have to be in a tent, I'm probably going to take the Fortius instead. That Outdoor Vitals, dude, that thing is stout, and it's a trekking pole tent. Huh? Yeah, it really is. It really is. It's awesome. It's awesome. So, well, folks, those are the 11 Halloween costumes hikers will actually find scary. I think it's a great article. Give it up for Adam Roy on that one, because that was good. That was really good. Jeremiah, what you got going on in the next few weeks?
Well, I was going to tell you, for anybody that missed last week, a couple of awesome things that you're going to want to hear about. John and I talked a lot about the Red River Gorge meetup, and I got to share some funny stories. And we also set a poll out that we're planning on maybe revisiting on the upcoming episode, something to look forward to next week. We're going to hit on a hot topic issue. We've had this federal government shut down, and it may no longer be a thing by next week, But people have been going into these national parks and not needing a pass, and people have been furloughed, and some things are maintained, some are not. So we put out a poll. If you haven't answered that poll, we're asking, is it fair or not of these national parks charging these high fees to enter? And I've been reading the comments, man. I can't wait to talk about it, because some people think we are way underqualified to talk about these things. And I got to tell you, we are very underqualified.
Well, who's qualified? Like, what makes you qualified to talk about it? I don't know.
I don't know. I would assume if you're a park ranger and work there and knew the ins and outs, there's a million things that we're leaving. You know, we're leaving all these stones unturned, because I don't even know what the stones are. But you know what? We're here to entertain. We're here for you. We're not. It's not exactly the most educational. Remember, facts are optional on this show. So
that's right. That's right.
I hope to see everybody next week, so we could knock that out. And then, yeah, dude, I got this Black Friday trip coming up. I can't wait. It's the next backpacking trip I have planned, so I'm excited.
Very cool, man. Well, this has been fun. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves. The comments have been great. I'll tell you what, if you want to leave a comment on this video or this podcast, let us know some more scary costumes that maybe we didn't think of or Adam Roy thought of during this, and post those in the comments, because we'd love to hear from you. And for myself and Jeremiah Stringer, we'll catch you guys on the next one.
I love the box.